The whole beginning of it was to answer my own desire to be a fly on the wall, listening to Lewis and Tolkien and Charles Williams, and what would that amazing conversation and energy be like?
I think what most surprised me about this book is to see the way that the Inklings went at the process of helping each other critique their books, just hammer and tongs. And oftentimes, without a lot of carefulness and care, they were very straightforward with one another. And I think it shows how much trust that they had developed for each other as a group. And Diana did such a great job of bringing that to the surface. Really appreciated that.
You have Tolkien's original version, you have Lewis's correction, and you have what ended up. And in some cases, Tolkien took his exact suggested wording and used that. And I had no idea they had worked together that closely.
And it was a really savvy look at that, a real keen insight, I think, into what was motivating Lewis and Tolkien and Williams and all those guys, and how those things work together.
And there's a monumental effect in the lives of the Inklings that amounts to the effect of the tides that are exercised on the earth. There were profound, yet nonetheless subtle but powerful ways that these men influence each other. And she breaks it down in orderly categories that I never thought about before.
Not to mention it was very well written, which is always a pleasure. When you're reading kind of a scholarly book, you know, some of them are pretty dry, and this book was not dry at all. It very much reflected her personality, so I thought it was fabulous.
This book is a must-read for every single writer. Absolutely a must-read, because writing is lonely. And your family and your friends who are not writers do not understand what you need. Only other writers. So it is so important to be in community with other writers who understand what you're going through.
Her footnotes are great. I've spent a lot of time reading through the footnotes.
It also encouraged me greatly as a writer on my need to get more involved with other writers and more involved in the process of critiquing each other's material.
The book is a salutary contribution to all of us engaged in the world of letters. I bless it and recommend it to you highly and without qualification.
It couldn't be timelier, and I think for years, maybe even centuries to come, this will be a book that we keep coming back to.
There's a heart of the company they keep. Here it goes. There's Camberk Lefevre. There will always be great need for individual initiative, right? There'll always be need for a Stan Matson who gets the vision, or a Billy Graham who stands up boldly to proclaim the gospel with everything he's got, or Michelangelo who sees it before it is incarnate into being. There will always be a great need for individual initiative, always. But no matter how inventive an individual wants to be, he will be influenced, for better or worse, by the intellectual company he keeps.